Hey guys, welcome back. We're going to be making a bow today. This was actually a requested tutorial. I posted a photo on Instagram around Christmas time of this particular bow style, and I got some requests to do that. So that's what we're going to do today. Of course, I did change up the ribbons because we are going into Valentine's Day now and not Christmas. And I changed up a little bit of the fluff, but other than that, it's the same exact bow in the photo. I will include a photo right now of the bow. Now, let's get started. Okay guys, I have picked out a few ribbons in which I am going to work with to make Kennedy a cute little hair bow. We are going to be using this All You Need Is Love print. It's got a little bit of gold, a little bit of blue, and a little bit of pink, and it's really adorable. I've also got some cute little heart arrows. This is like a pink color with the gold. The same ribbon print, and it's like a blue color. And then I've got some white and gold prints. These are cute little heart, cute little designs on white with the gold. And then of course I've got a pink. Now these are just a few of the ribbons, like the main ribbons that I'm going to be working with. I'll probably grab some solids and some smaller ribbons to go with this. But this is pretty much the main focus. These prints right here. All right, let's get started. Of course, you will need your sharp scissors, a ruler. You're going to need something to heat seal. I use a lighter. I also have a pencil handy, a couple of clothespins to help me if I need to use these as my extra hands to hold a spike in place or what have you. Sometimes you might want to use a large saline clip to hold the middle of your bow while you are securing it. I always use my Stiff and Quick. I love this stuff, you guys know that. And of course, you're going to need some thread. This is like a crochet thread. You can use embroidery floss, whatever you have in hand. And of course, you're going to need your hot glue gun, which mine is plugged up. If you're going to be using your wood burner, you need to plug it up and be very careful because it is hot. You'll need your clip, your barrette, and all of your little doodads, your felties, your bottle caps, whatever you have. And that is basically it. Okay, so what I did was I went ahead and trimmed out all of my ribbon pieces for the bow parts that we're going to be working with today. Of course, we're going to have a base bow, and I'm working with this lovely shade of blue. It kind of looks green right there. This is actually a glitter ribbon. It's a 1.5 inch width. I'm going to be using it for the base bow, which is going to be a pinwheel. And then of course we're going to have spikes, so I went ahead and trimmed out 8 spikes. We're going to have surround bows, so I've got my 2 surround bow pieces. We're going to have twister toppers, so I've got my 2 pieces for that. And then I'm also going to have a couple of side bows, so I went ahead and trimmed out all of the ribbon for that. And as always, check down below the video in the descriptions box and you will have all of the measurement information for this particular bow. Now we can get started. All right, so we are going to go from the bottom to the top. So I'm going to go ahead and do my base bow first, which is going to be a pinwheel. And I am using my little handy dandy cheapo cardboard template that I made. This is a 3-inch template because my base bow is going to be a whopping 3 inches. All right, so I'm using the cheapo cardboard template. I'm using my 1.5 inch ribbon for the base bow. You can choose to use a saline clip, like I said before, if you need it to help you hold the middle. I've got my thread, and I'm going to be working with a clothespin. This is just going to grab my ribbon and my template just to hold it in place. All right, very simple. You just take your little cardboard piece. I'm going to put my ribbon is just like so. I'm going to clamp it. See, it's going to hold that, and then I can wrap the remaining ribbon around the template. And that is exactly what you do. 1, 2, and we're done. All right. So this is the part where you can put the salon clip right here in the center and sew it up, or if you're like me, I just take the whole thing off and I free crease it, which means I do it with my little bitty fingers. All right, so I'm just going to do it in accordion, fold all the way down the center, just like this, that, and the other, and there we go. And then I'm just going to secure it in the middle. Then I'm going to fan out my little loops here, trim the end because I don't know what I did, but I obviously misjudged the length of this. All right, so I'm just going to wrap it a few times, a few hundred obviously, and then I'm going to secure it after I clip it, clip. All right, now I'm just going to tie it in a knot, and then we can fan everything out, and it's going to be a-okay. Okay, base bow, check. Now we are going to work on our spikes, and you know what? I did not grab my little push pin, so let me go get the push pin, and then we will work on our spikes. Okay, I found my little push pin, and this is going to help us hold our spikes together. All right, so I'm going to grab my spikes. I'm going to find their mate, put them together. You want to line them up one on top of the other, and then I'm just going to fold them in half where they're even. My little push pin is going to go right there in the center. See? Push pin is in the center. Can you see it? There it is, push pin. All right, and just do this until you are completely done with your spikes. Remember, they have to be good and even. All right, and then just put them on your little pin here, and they'll hold them. And then we'll fan them out. That will be the last step. Well, close to the last step. All right, I'm going to add this gold next. Put them together. Make sure they're lined up. Fold in half and then insert on a little push pin. Easy as that. And now we get to play with them. We just get to fan them out in the desired pattern that you are going for. And I do one color on one side and one on the other. Well, at least for this bow. And we're just going to fan those bad boys out. And I like to line them up right next to each other, right at the corner, where you can see all of the cute ribbon patterns. All right, anyways, you see what I'm doing. Just fan them out however you would like them to look, and then we can crease them right there in the center. All right, our spikes have been creased, they have been trimmed and sprayed. We're waiting on those suckers to dry. So we're going to go ahead and move on to our next bow part, which is the surround bow. All right, so I'm going to be using 2 pieces for my surround bow. Now, it would be a great idea if you lined your surround bows with another ribbon, especially if you are working with a print that is one-sided. But again, this bow is for Kennedy. She does not care. She's not as fancy as most. So I am just going to use these two pieces. And again, all of the measurements will be down below in the descriptions box for this particular bow. Alright, so for the surrounded bow, just going to take my ribbon, fold it in half to find the center. Now, some people like to take their lighter and to give this a little seal with the lighter so you can see your crease a little bit better, but that's okay. I'm going to wing it. Alright, there is where my center is. Now I'm just going to take one side and form my first loop. Pretty sure you all are familiar with the surround bow. If not, I will leave a link to a better tutorial. Anyways, that is the first half of our surround bow, and of course you are going to want to glue the ribbon ends down right here. And my glue gun, I'm actually waiting on it to heat up. I'm not prepared as usual. Alright, so that is one side of the surround bow. I'm just going to go ahead and glue this together and work on my other surround bow part. Okay, both of my surround bow parts are complete. Now I'm just going to put them together and we're going to form our surround bow. You want to make sure your prints are lined up so you can read them too. Alright, so just a little bit of glue right here with your ugly glue gun. Hopefully your glue gun is not as ugly as mine. And then just align the two cuties up for a cute little surround bow. Alright, now you can go ahead and spray it and get it good and stiff, and we will work on the final piece. Final part of this bow, we're going to be making a twister topper, and I'll leave a more thorough tutorial down below in the description box. This is going to be the Cliff Notes version, I guess. Alright, so you're going to take your two ribbon pieces, you're going to layer them on top of each other, print to print, where the other side is not a print. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and heat seal both ends. Very important part. Alright, then we're just going to come and we're going to form a cute little twister bow. There is the first loop, and then we're just going to bring this one under the first loop and give it a good twist. Now secure it in the middle with your thread. And then, believe it or not, we are finished. I'm going to show you what everything looks like and how to put it together. Okay, my bad. The twister bow was actually not the last bow part that we were working on. I forgot about my cute little side bows. Alright, so we are going to make a little side bow, just like this one right here. And I added a little glitter sequin button right there in the center. Anyways, we are using the blue ribbon and the pink ribbon. And to make the side bow, very, very simple. We're just going to come, overlap, barely overlap your ribbon ends. See, it's like a circle here. And then we're just going to press those to the center, flip it over, and crease it. And just give it one little crease right in the center. And you have a cute little bow tie. And of course you want to secure it with your thread just a couple of times right there in the center. Of course that was more than a couple of times. Better to be safe than sorry. Alright, now I'm just going to secure this in the center. Alright, now we are going to add the tails right here with the pink ribbon. Now I'm just going to take the pink ribbon, crease it in the middle, find the middle, crease it with your fingers, and then we're going to take it and we're going to insert it right there in the middle underneath your bow. And we're going to now wrap these two together, tie it off, and then you can trim up your ends how you see fit. I left mine straight with these little side bows. Alright, gonna make sure, I'm just gonna put them one on top of the other when I do trim my ends so they're nice and even with each other. And now all I have to do is heat seal. And we have some cute side bows. Now I'm just going to glue my other little sequin button in the center and matching side bows. Now all of our bow parts are complete. Now I'm going to tell you the layering process for this particular bow, and then we will go back and we will add all of the fluff and stuff. And by that I mean like your tulle, your marabou, your sequin bows, your flowers, your bottle caps, whatever extras that make the bow just, yeah, those. We will do that at the very end. Alright, so for this bow, of course, you're going to have your base bow. Very bottom will be the base bow, followed by the spikes. The spikes are going to go on top of your base bow. And then your surround bow on top of the spikes. And at the very top will be that twister topper. Now go ahead and put everything together, and then we will finish it off with our side bows. These are going to go on the sides of your surround bow right there. Going to be really, really cute. Alright, so just glue, attach, and then what I like to do is go back and wrap each piece with my thread, then glue another piece, wrap it, glue the final piece, and then we will put this bad boy or girl on a clip. Okay, so now the bow is put together. I'm just trying to decide what fluff and stuff I would like to add to this bow. And you guys know that I am a sucker when it comes to this glittery gold tulle. I can't quit this stuff. Actually, I'm glad because it's almost out and I'm not going to buy any more because it gets everywhere and I just cannot help but to use it if it's around. But now it's like glitter everywhere. Alright, so I'm going to use the tulle, and I'm going to probably put it on top of my spikes right here at the corner. Just going to glue it down in there. And I'll probably put a bow, a sequin bow, on top somewhere. And then on the other side, I've got a few flowers. I've got some white ones and some pink ones. I wanted to use this pink one, but I don't think it's going to match. I've got a white one like it. I think I'm going to stuff it on the other spike up here. And then, of course, I still need to add my little side bows. And then we will be completely finished. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead, add my tulle to the corner, add whatever flower I'm going to the other corner, and then we'll attach the little bows. Okay, so really quick, I decided to add the tulle underneath my spikes instead of on top, and I added this little pink sequin bow with, of course, a glitter button. And then up here, I went ahead and added a cute little ruffle silk flower, and it's got a little pearl detail in the middle. And then I just added the bows to the side. Now, the middle of your bow, of course, is that twister topper that we did with the 2 ribbons. Now, you can either leave it like it is. I like to kind of make it look all bubbly in the middle like that. Or you can come up here and just gently tug on the loops on the inside. Just pull them out, and then it looks really bubbly in the middle. And I'm going to add another glitter button right here in the center, but you can add a bottle cap or whatever you have on hand. But if you take them out like this, it just gives it that bubble look. And that's it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, leave me a comment down below. If you decide to make this bow or any other bow from the tutorials, be sure to visit me on Facebook and leave a photo. And I'll see you guys in the next video.